Now, what do you got over there?
Well, Opie, I don't know. It's just something tragic I see on TV. A trailer for a movie that's coming out with Juliette Lewis called The Other Sister. Has anyone seen this yet?
I still haven't seen the trailer.
All right. Rewind to the movie with Sean Cassidy and I think Linda Pearl. And they're a couple of retarded kids that want to get married. And that's where the whole, we're gonna get married. And, of course, the parents are outraged because they're overprotective and don't think the retard kids will be able to take care of each other. But they get married and everything's fine.
Was this an after-school movie?
I don't know. It was one of those movies.
Okay.
Or we could rewind to L.A. Law, where the retarded guy that walked around there got a girlfriend. And everyone was concerned whether they could get along together and should they have sex and what if they have kids.
Well, it's a serious issue facing retards, Andy.
Is it, Opie? Is it? Well, I'll tell you something.
What?
I saw this trailer.
What are they called these days?
Yeah, what is the politically correct term? Because you can't call them one thing or another because, like, sometimes Down syndrome is different than retarded.
No.
Or some other form of mental retardation.
Oh, wait, Ralph Tator's got an answer.
Ralph knows?
I would think mentally disabled.
Mentally disabled?
No, that's what Anthony and I are.
We're mentally disabled.
Yeah.
I think it's mentally challenged.
Challenged now. Yeah, because disabled would mean unable.
Right.
So that's an on-off switch. You're either mentally able or disabled.
Right.
So mentally challenged?
You know that...
I
got an observation.
What?
You know, like... I don't know.
Oh, here we go. He's holding back, kids.
No, I don't hold
I got an observation. I don't think I should say
Well,
that.
it's your fault.
It's my fault. He hasn't even said anything. He knows it's going to be offensive.
Well, you had to mention Down syndrome.
Yes.
Do you notice they all look alike? They just have, like, different wigs on?
Oh, my God.
What?
But, bellboy, I need these bags taken out of here immediately.
What's bad about that?
Different wigs on?
Yeah.
No, that's horrible.
You ever go to, like, Disney World or something and you see, like, a whole...
Well, Opie,
they all have the same face. It just looks like they have different wigs. What?
It's a genetic flaw, Opie. Of course they all have the same features.
All right, but it's just an observation. I don't mean anything by it.
Did I ever convey my story about Burger King?
Yes, you did.
The Down syndrome girl that works in the Burger King on, I think, New York Avenue in Huntington.
Mm-hmm.
I walked in there. Best service I ever got. Swear to God. I've been with these regular high school kids or whatever and junior high or whatever. They're working in there. Get the order. Screw it up every time. This girl gets it right every time. The change is right. Nice service.
Anthony, back up your story.
What?
Now, what did you say before that, though?
What?
You told the story the first time on the air.
I said I was expecting a disaster. Well, that just goes to show you. I'm not open-minded, and I had my prejudice. But then I realized she's very capable.
Yes.
And I always go to her line when I go there. Now, let me just totally trash any image you might have of me now, because let's go to this movie trailer.
Oh, yeah, we're back at the movie trailer.
Yeah. It's Juliette Lewis. Her movie is The Other Sister. And it is just, I mean, we get hell for doing like a Corky Steinbrenner. Having a corn dog. Having a corn dog. And people call up going, you're horrible with that whole thing. This is all they're doing when they're imitating and acting like they're a retarded little couple.
Also, it's not real
no.
mentally disabled.
Unless Juliette Lewis is mentally challenged.
Okay.
You know?
So this is the trailer for the new movie. That makes you laugh, Anthony? Is that true?
Opie, I'm on the floor every time this comes on. It's Corky. Her boyfriend that shows up is Corky. And they're talking about sex, and it's,
Aren't they reading out of...
They're reading out of the Joy of Sex book.
What is retard sex?
Well, that's what they're doing. I don't want retard sex.
It's gone too far.
Why? I don't want to sit and watch a movie about mentally challenged sex.
What the hell is retard sex, though?
I don't know. I had some this morning, though. Me and Jen had some retard sex, man. We were drooling. No, I'm just saying. You know, I don't want to...
If someone has a definition for retard sex, please fax it in to us. Or send it on the instant feedback, because I want to see what the listeners think retard sex is.
Well, let's go through a little bit of this trailer, and you'll see Juliette Lewis and her imitation.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Let's go. All right.
Winnie, your mother said another 15 minutes. Did you tell her that I don't like tennis still? She said that all well-bred girls play tennis, chess, or bridge. Is it
15 minutes yet? See, she's getting whacked by tennis balls coming out of the machine. It's hysterical. I fall down, die laughing. She's trying to hit him with the tennis racket. I can't play tennis. I mean, you don't think that's a scream?
You're going to hell, man.
Why? I'm roaring.
All right, let's hear the rest of the trailer.
So that my parents get off my back.
But now at last, she's finally met someone who understands.
I want you to meet Daniel.
Don't worry, because I've been house trained.
I'm telling you, that boy Caesar is a rich girl.
Well, I don't think he's after her money. I love Carla. He's the only one that makes me feel like a person.
I mean, now come on. That is definitely Corky Steinbrenner. That's the same imitation I do as Corky. I love her. I love contact. We want the paper game. Right? Am I right?
Yeah, okay.
All right, let's listen a little more.
Seriously, aren't you concerned?
Just a harmless flirtation.
Parents are very concerned, Opie.
Page
Joyous sex.
4 is okay, but I don't want to do page 1 at 55. She's tried very...
Now, see, I have a problem. They're going through going, page 154 look good. Like they're going through the joyous sex, and they're going to have retard sex. I'm not going to the movies for retard sex. think a poor guy sitting there hasn't gotten any in like a year.
Yeah.
You know? And he goes to a movie and they're having retard sex.
You're on your own on this one, man.
Well, look, it might be a touching story, okay? It might be one of those movies we were talking about last week that the chick has to drag you to.
Yeah.
But what, you going to go like, oh, cool, sex scene. Yeah. You know, will you be sitting there going, like when you watch a regular movie and you see a couple ready to go at it. Mm-hmm. Like, ooh, maybe it was Catch a Peek. Yeah, this is going to be good. You want to see retard sex? Why are you hanging me out to dry here, Opie? Say something, for God's sake.
It's too much fun to watch you squirm.
Let's continue.
All right.
It's very hard to show that she's a responsible person. This is a child's life, and this is my child's life, and I am going to protect her.
Oh. Page 146 looks pretty good.
Punchy way.
I just don't think that he can take care of you. He can barely take care of himself.
Same
We
story.
can take care of each other.
An ordinary life is an extraordinary achievement.
When you reach a certain age and you're not talking to your children,
Say the parents.
it's a very important part of the journey.
Very concerned. I think there's one more line.
One more line.
Daniel's falling down.
Juliette Lewis, Diane Keaton, Tom Skerritt, and Giovanni Ribisi.
I wonder who thought up sex in the first place.
I think it was Madonna.
I wonder who thought up sex in the first place. I think it was Madonna. I mean, well, there it is. That's the trailer for it. Yeah.
So you're done with your observation.
I'm done. But, the movie's been done 1,000 times. I think the mentally challenged community is going to be up in arms that real retarded people weren't used in this. And it's been done 1,000 times. And I don't want to go to the movies to see retard love. Retard sex.
Retard sex.
Right.
So every time you see that trailer, you're on the floor laughing, right?
God, Opie, I'm roaring. I can't handle it because it's a bad imitation.
It's official. You're more demented than I.
Come on, they're sitting there like, we love it, they're gonna get married. They're doing it.
Wow, I think we should go to the phones next.
Oh.
The Rock of New York, 102.7 WNEW. We better get back to the music. It's a little safer that way. Anthony's on the loose today. I'm separating myself from that one. Priceline.com, Anthony.
Ah, yes. Great service.
Now we need a new angle to talk about Priceline.com. They've been a sponsor on our show for over a month now.
Yes.
Got to freshen up the copy a little bit.
Okay.
So I'll give it a try here.
Uh-oh.
If you're thinking about having some retard sex in the near future and you need a hotel room, I think you need to give Priceline.com a try. Jack, is that a good angle? Considering what we've been talking about today, I figured I'd try that angle.
I think maybe take two on this one.
Why? There are people out there that are interested in retard sex.
Well, I guess if there were...
You said you had retard sex this morning.
I did.
Okay.
Me and Jen.
So I'm not saying anything bad by saying retard sex. Unless you were listening 15 minutes ago and then you understand the connection, but...
Okay, then I guess you would want to save some money, maybe.
Right.
If you're going to get a hotel room.
Mm-hmm.
And there's only one way to really save a lot of money. Priceline.
Priceline.
Of course.
Yes. Valentine's Day around the corner. You might want to do a little romantic getaway to have that retard sex.
Right.
And you don't want to pay top dollar. No one wants to pay top dollar in this day and age.
You can name your own price for a hotel room.
And Priceline.com will match that price.
Right.
And if you use their service, they're going to give you a free hotel night.
Free. So you could have that retard sex on a free night.
That's right.
Oh.
All right?
Only with Priceline's help.
Need a hotel, simple as this. Give them a call and see what they can do for you. If you don't like what they do for you, then you move on. But I think you're going to be happy.
Oh, you'll be happy.
All right? It's hotels. Priceline.com. It's Opie and Anthony.
Hey.
Oh, this miserable 2 for Tuesday.
Yeah, pretty nasty out there.
But we're having fun on the radio.
Of course we are.
Our lovely, faithful listeners still haven't come up with a good definition for retard sex. So if you're looking to participate with the show today, you might want to send your definition in. You had to be listening about a half hour ago.
Yeah.
That's why you got to listen a little longer to the show, I guess. And we also want to welcome all the brand new members of the Tuesday Night Hummer Club.
This is just taken off.
Hearing from a lot of people today. A lot of people getting inducted once again as they listen to our show.
It's got a life of its own. Soon we're going to have Hummer wear.
Uh-huh.
We're going to come out with a little clothing that you can wear, proudly display that you are truly a member of the Tuesday Night Hummer Club.
Correct.
And
I think we're going to have something to slap on your car.
Yeah.
We're working on logos and stuff.
Maybe something like you put on the side of fighter planes when you shoot down somebody, you know? Maybe like, a splooge stain. And you could stick it on your door, you know? Like you 5 of them and you're an ace.
You're an ace?
Yeah.
You're an ace,
you know? Like they used to put the Jap Zeros on the side of their planes, you know? Something like that.
All right. And the Hummerware, this is kind of a cool thing. We're going to give all the money to charity. We're going to come up with some, hats.
We are? Oh, we are.
Yeah, it's called the Opie and Anthony charity. We're going to have T-shirts and hats and other stuff, and maybe some type of sticker you can put on your car, and it'll all go for a good cause, believe it or not.
Believe it or not.
I know. It's hard to believe. But Jeffrey writing an email here, he says, Opinac, I would just like to let you gentlemen know that I will become an official member of the Tuesday Night Hummer Club within the next hour. What time did he write this? 3:45, 4:45? I believe.
Oh, he's
Jeffrey
in.
is officially in. I explained to my woman that Tuesday is a boring day and that I would like it spiced up a bit. I told her about your club and she thought it was a great idea. So thank you, gentlemen, for getting me what every man wants and craves, some casual oral. Great show. Please play the Special Olympics song for me later. Cool. There you go. Jeffrey, a new member of the club.
Congratulations. I redeemed myself last night.
What do you mean?
In the eyes of my wife. Well, you remember I was having a hard time with Half-Life?
Yes.
My computer game, getting online, and, man, I blew it last week real bad. Real bad. Guys, let you in on a little something here. If you come home and your wife has a great dinner cooked for you, a log in the fireplace, candles lit all over the house, all over, and you walk in, under no circumstances, hang up your coat, sit in front of your computer, and begin to play Half-Life.
You did not do that.
Oh.
Did you really?
I did. This was last week. So, she methodically went around, blew the candles out, flipped the lights back on. Then the next day,
took off the teddy.
All the candlesticks were gone from the house. She went to the point now where she packed the candlesticks away. Just put them away. She was pissed.
You're a retard.
I know. Well, it tells you how incredibly stupid I am. So, last night, I came in, candles all lit. Yeah, I'm like, I didn't even glance. I didn't even give the computer a glance in the corner. Honey, it looks great in here. Believe me.
That's funny.
You
had no clue?
No, I had a clue, but it's an addiction. I couldn't stop. You know how it is. Like, you think the crackhead that shoots his grandma in the head afterwards is going, well, I'm glad I shot grandma.
Yeah.
No, it's more like, oh, damn, now I smoked the crack. Grandma's dead. You kind of feel bad afterwards, you know?
Well, while we're on the subject of video games.
Yeah.
I finished India, finally.
You finished India?
It only took me 2.5 weeks, but thank you.
Tomb Raider 3?
Tomb Raiders 3, I made it past India.
Very good.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Now, how much further you got to go?
I'm a fifth of the way done with the game.
1/5.
1/5. So by the time winter is over, I will complete Tomb Raiders 3.
Now, I can't imagine you haven't had any complications with you playing these games and
no, it's kind of weird.
In a relationship.
No, it's weird. Sandy's like my co-pilot. She came up with the final move in India.
I'll see. Wow.
The final move. See, the final move, you got to slide down this ramp.
Yeah.
And you pop out, and it's like this pool with these platforms all around the room. And in the middle is this guy they call the boss man. And he throws fire. And the first fire he throws makes the whole pool, like a lava, boiling water pool.
Oh, no.
So you can't go in the pool. Now you got to run around the platforms surrounding this guy and shoot him before he hits you with the fire.
Right.
And I have my pistols out, Anthony, and I'm going crazy over and over and over again. I can't figure it out. He keeps hitting me with the fire, and I'm burning.
Damn. What did you do?
Well, Sandy, I was kind of pissed that she figured it out. She goes, no, man, what you got to do is you got to take your shotgun out.
Yeah.
And you got to jump immediately to the center square where the boss man is with the fire and just unload the shotgun into him. So I did that. Bam, bam, bam. 6 shotgun. He's out.
All right.
India done. Thanks to Sandy.
See, I get in trouble. Got to be careful, guys.
Hi, NEW.
Hello?
Yeah, what's up?
Who's this, Opie and Anthony?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, I was just listening to your bit on Juliette Lewis and stuff.
Yeah.
And I ran some groups for people with developmental disabilities, sexuality groups.
Yes.
And there's a lot of stuff going on. You'd be surprised.
Like what? Help us out here. Share.
There's a large number of folks having sex on a regular basis. It's nothing unusual.
People with mentally challenged individuals having sex.
Yeah, people with developmental disabilities. Got to be politically correct here.
Now, developmental disabilities?
Yeah.
It was so easy just to say retards. Yeah, I'm sorry if the term is offensive. I mean, you got to call them as you see them sometimes.
I call Anthony a guinea, so why can't I call a retard a retard?
Right. Opie calls me a retard, too.
That's right.
Not only that, but they're cool people. I mean, I wouldn't...
Well, we know.
I completely understand that.
We know that.
But what's in a name?
Now, be honest. Have you taken a peek at retard sex? Be honest.
Have I taken a peek at it?
Have you seen it?
I've heard enough stories, though.
Well, give us one cute little story.
About people doing things in bathrooms of places and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah.
In the bathrooms.
Getting caught. Shame on them.
See, I just can't imagine that somebody with some mental problems wouldn't just get complete sensory overload. Because I know I do, You make this dopey faces and noises, and you're writhing around, and I just can't imagine somebody that can't really grasp normal relationships and stuff.
Yeah, but it's
just not totally freaking out.
It's human desire to basics. You don't need to have major brain. It's just tougher to deal with because you can't process it all properly. Sometimes it's just instinct, more than anything else.
I remember. Do you even remember your first orgasm?
Oh, yes.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Did it just freak you the hell out?
Yes,
Absolutely.
it did.
It was like, hey, wait, what this kind of, hey, hey,
this is pretty cool.
But you
screw the G.I. Joes.
Imagine how, yeah, all of a sudden your toys get packed away.
And you can deal with it. Imagine if you can't deal with it as well.
Oh, my goodness. Well,
Once you're into it, you can't get away from it.
well, I look at that Juliette Lewis new movie there coming out, and I just see them thumbing through the pages of The Joy of Sex.
That was pretty bad. Most people don't talk that way.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it looks like a goof.
We were laughing in the car when we heard that one. But,
All right, cool.
Did you ever use The Joy of Sex, Opie? Did you ever actually use that? That was always the book that you found at your friend's parents' room or something. Like they would break that out.
I think I found that book at my parents' house.
Really? That's gotta be embarrassing.
I think my mom handed me the book.
Come on.
Yeah, because like I was
No
like
way.
14 or 15 and had like no interest in just the opposite sex or just sex in general, and they were starting to get scared, and I remember they like threw the book at me. That's right.
Stop it.
Swear to you.
Are you kidding? Wait, your parents gave you The Joy of Sex?
My memory's a little fuzzy, but I think they like left it in my room or something was going on. Yeah.
There must have been this big discussion between them beforehand. Should we give him the book?
Well, because I was 15 and still into sports and everything, not showing any interest, at all in sex at all.
How embarrassing that is?
But I made up for lost time, that's for sure. But
who were the guys?
You got me. Yes.
You don't find that a little bizarre that your parents gave you a copy of The Joy of Sex?
Well, I got to get like my mom on the phone or something. She'll explain it, I guess. But no, like my dad had a real tough time, explaining the whole sex thing to me because I ran up and I ran to the top of an apple tree and I refused to come down. we told that story on the air.
When he was going to have the talk with you.
Well, if you really want to get into it, it was the famous, film at school.
Oh, the film.
That screwed everyone up. All of a sudden, you're going to school and you're assuming you're going to play another game of, kickball or play around with the big parachute in junior high.
Right.
Next thing you know, you go to gym and they separate the boys and the girls. They're like, what the heck is this about?
They show you the movie. Yeah.
All of a sudden, Johnny started growing hair in places he hadn't had hair before. Hygiene is very important during this period in life.
And you're like, what is this? Hey, this isn't Hemo the Magnificent.
Right.
Wait a minute. What movie is this?
So we're all looking at the screen, just freaking the F out. We're like, no. And then the teacher comes on and says, if you have any further questions about anything you just saw, your parents have been informed to discuss it with you. So when go ahead, go.
You may notice girls' hips might be getting a bit wider. They're growing breasts. And your friends in the locker room have various sizes of genitalia. If yours is small, don't worry. You'll develop just like they did.
Try to give you a little consolation.
Yeah. So the story goes, I went home, and, they warned us that the parents were prepared. And so my dad comes up to me and starts discussing, and I ran right up to the top of a damn apple tree. And I said, I'm not coming down if you're going to continue talking about mom's boobs.
You, the Waltons, running up an apple tree?
It's the truth. Hi, NEW.
Yeah, hey
man.
Before you guys rule.
Hey, thanks.
Second thing is, that Joy of Sex book,
Yeah.
I tell you something, I grew up, it's been on the shelf in my kitchen as a kid growing up since I was like 4 years old.
Really?
And I'm telling you, my friends used to come over, we used to like thumb through the book and like look at those stupid illustrations.
Yeah, they were all those stupid
They
pencil
weren't like
drawings.
pictures. They were like drawings.
Pencil drawings, yeah.
So, I mean, no one ever gave it to me, but it was always just up there.
In the kitchen?
Yeah.
They kept it right in the kitchen?
The telephone, next to the Bible and everything else, all the other good reading.
See, there was probably a big discussion with your parents, too, like, well, we should keep this somewhere where they'll know where it is, so if they need it.
So we won't have to talk about it.
Yeah, so we won't even have to talk about it.
Like I said, well, maybe the boys will find it on their own.
Right, and then...
the funny thing is, like, I was about maybe 14 or 15, and I swiped a box of 4X from my dad.
4X.
hit him in the only place I told my mother wouldn't look. which is like a bar mitzvah suit. And she's like, oh my God, I found these in his suit in his closet. So my dad said, just put them back as long as he's using them.
There you go.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
That's my boy.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, the parents must just plan all that out. We could put it here so that we won't have to talk about it.
Well, we are running really late, but we've hit a nerve.